Good morning, friends. I am Neeraj Kumar Dinkar. Today we are going to discuss about the risk management. You know that if you are working any industry and organizations, then you have to know that risk management. What is the risk management? Risk management is a mechanism for dealing with the various aspects of associate risk in managing by the business activity. All aspects related the safety managings with associate managing risk management is a mechanism for dealing with various safety aspect for of associate risk and managing the business activity that called risk. What is risk management? Risk management a concerns with the plannings, organizing and controlling of activity and resource in order to minimize the impact of risk that called risk management. How to risk? If you are going to any work, industry is nothing. So I am talking about if you are any doing the work that risk is available. Risk is available in all activity. If you are going to talking, if you are standing on earth, risk is available. So risk is in that area, risk is available. Then there is criteria, there is categories of risk: low risk and medium types of risk and high risk. So if low risk, then we have considers, and we cannot low risk impact of human body which are which are categorized in low risk. So guys, risk is a function of the consequence. Risk, what is the risk? Is a mathematical calculations, severity and probability that called risk. Consequence of hazards. Risk is a chance consequence of hazards, and that may be impact on human life and human life and possibility to suffer harm and loss that calls risk are present in all project sectors. A project risk an uncertain event that may have positives and negatives negative effect on the goal. Negatives risk effect on the your project goal and also impact on your projects. So why manage risk? Why we are going to managing risk at construction project and any industry project? Risk manage increase the likelihood and increase the project goal which are you have to set that. If you have set project goal, zero harm policy, zero accidents, then you can very useful and help to you if you are going to assist an assessment of risk at your workplace and management of risk. This is very useful and helpful to you toward the good safety cultures and good increase your profit in your organizations and profit to the manage health safety management at your workplace. So guys, basically safety in constructions, you know that basically safety is totally associated to prevent risk. So guys, what is the first risk? How to risk create? First, we hazards create a risk. Is if hazard is there, then risk always available in that area. If risk is there, then you have to take safety precautions. first you know that hazards. What is hazards? Which is a potential to cause harm, that call hazards. Which is potential to cause harm, that call hazards. Means there is risk is available. If risk is available, then you have to take safety. So guide hazards, risk and safety is very important part of the work. So safety, what is safety? Safety totally depend on workers, people's behaviors. Safety totally depend on human behaviors, and all possible measures should be taken to avoid risk. All possible safety measures, which are possibility to take safety measures, and avoid the risk in your futures and in and your in at the projects. Safety should be considered. Safety should be considered during the your design of projects, design of safety, and best but it is implementations to the duty of constructions. If you have make a safety design, this is all entire responsibility distribute the constructions industry staff, so that can be managed properly. Risk management, safety is designed reduce the hazard. What is the safety? If you are going to safety designs, then reduce of your hazards, and safety design should be associated and taken during the safety is design should be assess risk taken during the constructions project, during the plant operations, during the maintenance operations. So guys, this is a important part of learn. Today we are going to only first step to step explain to you for very useful to how to manage that. Principle of risk, you know that what is principles of risk board principles of risk management. It should be create value of risk. It should be create value of risk and your organization. Second things, it should be integral part of organization, integral part of organization's process and design making, and systematic approach to improvements and risk management based on best available informations. If you know that working in constructions industry, informations likely if you are going to wrong informations, that maybe risk will be very high. So transparent and dynamic, interactive and continual improvements. Transparent means you have a outdoor glass. You know that glass door glass mean if you have plan glass door policy. You know that what is the glass door policy. If you are the working, you know that if you are working in IT sector, there is each and every person's flexibility to do, and you can easily to see that what they are doing in offices. That calls open glass door, and each and emotionally and every things we have to share without any fears and without any conclusion to share his managements and talk about the any related the hazards policy. So guys, means glass open glass door policy make and maybe each and every times transparent. If you have working a safety field, if you are working a safety manager's position, then always transparent your work related responsibility. If you are doing the some work, then transparent should be must. Always transparent and available information which are required, and dynamic presence and continual safety, continual improvements. Risk is nothing one day topic. Risk is nothing today only instructed and tomorrow will be safe. This is that not calls risk. Risk is always and continual improvements and your industry process and your work process and your always homes and any factory, any area, risk management on regular basis and regular basis do that risk management. So guys, if you are working in construction industry any fields, so that you have to manage the risk management system. So guys, second thing we have discussed, risk always risk type of risk. Two types of risk classified: internal and external. What is the internal risk? In your control of and your organizations, that all employ and workers and new contractors, that all are a your manpower, availability of resource, availability of your stakeholders, that all are internals, mm, internal projects, and that may be chance of some government body, some others third party certifications body, that all are under the externals projects. And legal risk means law related the legislations, related the licensing, that all are externals type of risk. So we have to manage both type of risk management at your workplace. First you have to your under control of your organizations, that cause also internal, and external means any legislative body and licensing body and any clients, that all are considered a government body like doctors, MCB, firefighters, police, that all are externals project and external risk issues. So guys, if you are going to risk management, then you have to make a good communication systems, and you know that and risk hazards and risk and safety. So guys, safety is depend on people's behaviors. If you are going to assess the risk and management of risk, then first you have to considers about the behaviors of people's behaviors at workplace. So guys, how to check the behaviors of people's if you are working in your industry, then how to assess by the one way we have to observe the people's behaviors related the risk assessments related the work. So first you should competency is assess a good way to people's behaviors. First you have to knowledge of risk assessments procedures, the peoples are aware or not aware. To second thing, knowledge of plant and procedures. If you have to deploy the persons to work in your industry, then you have to check the competency levels. He is knowledgeable of plants and procedures who involve that particular work. Second thing, knowledge of the relevant standards. If you have any persons, any people to deploy for the any work, then you have to take first competency levels check. If you have deployed the popular operators, means JCB operators, then you have to first check the competency. He is a competent persons to operate the JCB, operate the popular. If you have not considered, you have not knowledgeable for that particular work, then you have to avoid that times, because of depend on risk, safety, hazard, safety, risk depend on people's behaviors. This is a clear understanding that. After that, after the communications skills, if you have deployed the persons for the signaling purpose, so they are competent to signaling, they are competent to proper communications skill. So this is depend on risk and safety depend on human behavior. So first you have to check that check the knowledge literacy knowledge of knowledgeable persons should be deployed for the particular work and your constructions industry. So guys, risk management is a very big part. So today we have discussed only 2-3 parts. Tomorrow we have to discuss about the brief of risk assessments, how to manage and what is the challenges in our industry. So guys, if you have a safety professional, then you have to consider about or the risk assessment. This is very important part of risk important parts of safety if you are going to develop, if you are going to maintain a good health safety cultures in your construction industry. Thanks for watching my video.